No recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set, ready. Set, come on. 59. Let's go, let's go. Check 4. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Here's Murray from midfield. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Murray, this one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Was looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The kick by Joseph is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of... At least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
To the 190, round 80. Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check, check, check.
Red Delta! Hey, Rocket!
Rivers on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hey, dude!
On third down, Rivers. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A give running right, Lindsay. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Set 180! Set 180! Hey, I'm gonna go load it! Load it!
Like 10. Like 10, like 10.
Here's Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
10's the mic. 10's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Like 10.
Hey, Delta. Q.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Delta.
Like 10. Squeeze, double.
Behind.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. That's Samuel, caught left side. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Murray now on first down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Gotta do better.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Let's see what you got.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Murray now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Murray now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34. Hey, deep.
First down, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Chiefs 3. Dustin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. He's at the 40. 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Man, I got you. Mike, 53. Mike. Record.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
Murray with a 3rd and long. His throw caught. What about the 5? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
He wasn't ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. There to get him down defensively, Brian Allen.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run here with Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Block the team! Left, left, left! Hey, Haywood!
On third down, Rivers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
58, right there. Hey. Check 30.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And just shutting him off there. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 45 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The first carry for the former Hawkeye, Akram Wadley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there and a first down.
180. Cluster. 190. Load it.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Watch out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get it. Watch twist.
from the gun on third down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We got double up.
Throwing on first down, Murray taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 52 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. Crowell's going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Pick me up. Here we go. Hey. You. Check 99. Check Alpha. Wait, 89.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
I'm going to go load it.
Now Rivers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike.
On first down, Murray taking a shot for Samuel. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
We're back now in KC. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Set, 180. Cluster.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers finds his tight end Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down.
Step 180. Black 15.
Number 53. Mike 53. Let's go.
Hey, hey, hey.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Paul Richardson, 43 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next to score, Broncos 48, Chiefs 16.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Godwin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The carry for Barber, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Barber. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Another run by Lindsey. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Let's put that team on the back. Check.
Hey. Wait, 89.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Wait!
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. This was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Check, 380, 180.
Check 53 is mine. I'm trying to collect.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great